But let's move on to the preview against the San Francisco Giants. Always fun to watch the Padres and the Giants series. We talked about it a couple weeks ago with Leo, just that the Giants are always scrappy. The Padres aren't really, I guess, a scrappy team now. Got a little bit more power, a little bit more swagger than years past. But normally this is just one of those fun divisional series, and I think we're going to see that again. The three pitchers slated for the Padres in this series are Adrian Morejon, Yu Darvish, and Blake Snell. The big thing that I'm wondering about Adrian Morejon and Blake Snell is how long are these guys going to go? Because we just talked about Blake Snell. 6 innings, that's what you would like to see from him. And then for Morejon, I'm hoping we get at least 5. I think 6 innings would be a really, really good start for him. I just don't know how much they're going to really let him go. I mean, there's a chance that he comes out there and he pitches 3 or 4. So, Isaac, what do you think? Do you think that's like a big issue, or not a big issue, but a big question moving into this series?
Absolutely. I think we saw, last year, we saw Morejon get taken out after like 40 pitches at once. And I think hopefully they aim for 4 innings, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take him out before that. I think 4 innings is the most realistic. Like if we had to bet on something, it would be that he goes 4 innings. 5 innings, a little bit of a stretch. 6 innings would be like a miracle. But, Morejon, we know he's going to pitch a great game. We know that he's a dominant pitcher. He's shown good stuff. And then obviously we got Darvish and Snell after that, who we know what to expect from them.
Yeah, my main thing with one is like Tingler never has really let him like actually stretch out more than 3 innings. Like we saw last year, he may have been the guy that started a game, but Tingler only let him go 3 innings. I don't think he ever started a 4th inning last year. And during spring training, we didn't see him, I think, go more than a couple innings at a time. So I really hope Tingler lets him go in, get his like 5 innings, maybe like 80 pitches in, That's just me hoping, but let's see what Tingler does. I'm hoping for a Yu Darvish bounce back game. He kind of got roughed up at the end by the Diamondbacks, but I think that's just like a pro to the Diamondbacks hitters. They laid off some really nice pitches from Yu Darvish. I was watching the game. I'm just like, wow, they really just took that slider for like ball of a strikeout. Darvish has his stuff. He'll play better against the Giants, so I'm not too worried about him. And I'm just hoping Snell, they let him let loose a little bit more.
Yeah, hopefully they let Snell go 5. That would be a good sign. For Yu Darvish, I definitely think a bounce back is really possible. We saw him; he looked good at the beginning of the game. The first inning, I think, was he allowed to run, but then after that, he looked good for a few innings, and then he struggled. I want to say it was the 5th inning. It was the 5th inning that he struggled, and then they bring Tim Hill in, and Tim Hill struggles, of course. But Yu Darvish, I think, has a chance to put up a dominant performance on Tuesday against the Giants, just because the Giants lineup isn't very good, and I expect Yu Darvish to kind of settle in. It's a lot different not pitching on opening day. Ton of pressure there, especially new ballpark, new fans. So much just new for Yu Darvish. I think that this is going to be a lot less of pressure again for him. But for the lineup, Isaac, who's like your bounce back guy or guy that you think is going to continue to look really good against the Giants this next series?
Well, I think my bounce back is going to be similar to many people's bounce back. Fernando Tatis. We saw his struggles in this series, but he ended off the series with a 400-foot bomb. So, that's always a good thing to see. And I hope that he's able to carry that momentum onto this next series. And he has a really good opportunity to do so against some pitchers that, they're not very big names. So I think that's my obvious bounce back. I think Jake Cronenworth, we didn't mention him in the pros video, but he's absolutely doing amazing right now throughout these first 4 games. Struggled a little bit in the 4th game. The first 3 games, he was spectacular, though. So I definitely think he's going to keep it up.
Yeah, I can't really say I think anybody's going to have a bounce back game. I think today was sort of Tatis's bounce back game. He had 2 hits, one of them being an absolute bomb. So I think he's starting to get into rhythm. But a guy I kind of want to see just improve, and maybe he can during this 3-game series, is Campusano. It seems like he's sort of winning the spot starts between him and Caratini, because Caratini's only really caught Darvish, though I think he caught yesterday too. Though I just kind of hoping to see him like actually collect a couple multi-hit games here and there. Really see him swing the bat. Like he did really good today, making contact, just got unlucky. We've seen that happen before, so I'm hoping he can figure it out.
All right, so then for this Padres-Giants series, what are you guys thinking? You think the Padres, you think they pull off the sweep? You think they win it 2-1? If I had to say anything, I think they go 2-1. And honestly, I expect him to have both the Darvish and the Snell wins and maybe lose on Monday, where it's going to be a little bit more of a bullpen-dependent day. Of course, you have the chance for the sweep any series, but I just think that the Giants are a scrappy team. They're always going to be solid, and in these divisional opponents, you just want to win these series. I think that's the main goal. So I'm going to say Padres 2-1 in this series. Isaac, what do you got? Chase, what do you guys both got on this one?
I got Padres 2-1, but very realistic chance they go for the sweep. Seeing how Morejon, yeah, it probably will be a more bullpen-dependent day. But, if Morejon goes around 5, maybe pushes 6 innings, I definitely think we're going to pull out a W in that one because Morejon does have good stuff, and he's been able to I'm pretty sure he's pitched against the Giants before. Am I right? And I thought he had a good outing. So I think realistically, we could go for the sweep, especially seeing how we're not facing exactly dominant pitchers or a dominant lineup. And we do have our 1 and 2 going on the last 2 games.
I say we get the sweep. I think Morejon gets his 5 innings in. I think Myers might be the MVP of the season. I think Myers just hits really well in AT&T, just from memory.
It's in Petco.
Oh, it's in Petco? Oh, he's just still hits pretty well against the Giants in general.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to this series. I think it's going to be a sweep. I think we're going to get some really good pitching performances, and I think Myers is just going to continue to rock that number 5.
Yeah, I loved how we predicted him. We're like, all right, if you're going to bet anything, like it's a Will Myers opening day home run, and then he hit a bomb. We were so hyped about that. So I think that we're going to see a good series. I think the Giants, I mean, we talked about this a couple weeks ago, but they're an underrated club. A lot of people don't think they're any good. I think they're okay. I think they'll be around a 500 baseball team. So sweep, a win of the series, I think all of us would be happy with that. So that's where we're at on that Giants series. And if this is your first time watching on YouTube, we're going to be doing previews, recaps, and just other segments throughout the year. So make sure to sub. But that's going to do it for the preview.